I'm Queer Iris Woods. Hello, my name is Iris Woods.
Alright, good afternoon everyone. My name is Elsie Eagle. I'm a very proud Aboriginal yoga woman.
Nyan Kali Taylor. Nyan Yang More Taylor Mob 3 Springs.
Hi, my name is Shannon and this is our video about Koolbardies Talking.
So the group was originally called the Women's Friendship Circle, and it's a yarning group. The whole purpose of the group was to link Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal women together.
And you don't have to be some high-ranking individual in this community to be involved with Koolbardies. I may be going through things, then when Koolbardies, the day of the group comes, I look forward to it, and I'm just happy and pleased. Yeah, it's that I'm going to be going to the Koolbardies Women's Group and to see all the ladies' beautiful faces and smiling faces,
The most important aspect of Koolbardies Talking for me has been the community feeling about it, the feeling of integration, the feeling of this is one small step to addressing the problem of racism that's in our community. And for me, Koolbardies, that's what Koolbardies is about. It's about creating a fair and equitable world for all.
I first got to know about Koolbardies through an associate of mine, and went along to my first meeting at the beginning of the year and was really impressed by the camaraderie of all of the women. I was also impressed with how much interest there is in community by all of the various groups, support groups.
When I first joined, it was purely just Koolbardie members and local people in the community. It has grown since, with a lot of agencies coming along as well.
When I first started, I was a bit nervous to speak about anything because I didn't know how everyone would react to things. And then as we went on, I built my inner strength up to start telling the girls some stories about my upbringing and things like that there, about the government and that. And then out of crying, that I was also crying myself for some of the things, but it sort of opened my mind up, just made me feel free, because I just sort of told all the stories to the girls, what happened and what happened to Noongar people.
I think women, we need to yarn. Communication is key. That's how we support ourselves, it's how we support each other, and that's why I love Koolbardies.
The thing that I get out of Koolbardies is just going there to sit and listen to people, to have a yarn with people, and also share information.
I like how every now and again we have some blokes like our Koolbardies Talking group. They don't get word in edgeways, but at least they're invited, and it's a good resource for local community members.
And from the first meeting I went, yeah, we need to be involved. It's good for me personally. I feel good when I go there.
I will say firstly though, it is a yarning group, and we can sit there and yarn, and then problems sometimes are discussed and they come out, and then we feel perhaps we should follow them, and with the leadership of Louise, that's what happens. So we're first and mostly a group of women that sit around and yarn.
And there's always been the people in the group that time who can actually address the problem, and that has never ceased to amaze me, because we have people from so many different agencies.
I would love to see Koolbardies continue to grow, continue to harness the compassion, the freedom of speech in that gathering, the non-bureaucratic government reigns on a group like that.
Koolbardies could really be used as a model for other groups anywhere around the country.
The value and the blessings from Koolbardies, and I know personally what I get out of it would be could be a model that can be shared with other ladies in different communities.
Oh yes, it would be great. I think it should be in every community. The fact that this one has lasted as long as it is absolutely awesome.
I don't know, just do it. I think Koolbardies is part of our community. So if you live here, you're part of the community, so go. You won't lose anything.
Oh, I just think it's a great group to be part of. I'm glad I did it, joined up with them, because I wouldn't be free as I am now if I wouldn't have.
And the thing that has stayed with me all these years is a wonderful woman, Margaret Gentle, God rest her soul, said all she would like would be to have a cup of tea with a white woman, to walk down the street and someone would say, "Hello Margaret, let's go for a cup of tea." Whereas what the experience was that people would hold their handbags tighter or walk to the other side of the street. So her request was, can we just have a cup of tea together and talk woman to woman? And that has been the basis of it. It was not complicated, and when you think about it, how very basic it is to relate as one human to another human, one woman to another woman.
I think it's been very brave of our Aboriginal women to come in and tell us a day-to-day story of discrimination.
There's no point shying away from the fact that there is a breakdown of culture, I suppose, that stems from some intergenerational trauma and history of this country. So that's having that heart and that community sense and a place where Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander ladies and girls can go is a good start to bridging that gap and trying to mend and heal those rifts.
Truth telling has to be a part of it. We have to learn to accept often the very uncomfortable truth and to face that squarely and not try and minimise it, because it won't work if we're just thinking, this will just sort of plaster over all those hurts and we'll just get on with it. And we have to go back and understand what all those things in the past have done to the generations now. And I think if you go with the spirit of being prepared to know the truth, but being prepared to learn together, and also being prepared to share part of yourself. It's not all about taking from Aboriginal people what their stories are, what their experience is, what their culture is. It's also about, revealing a bit about yourself. What's your story? What's your journey? How do you interact in this situation? But I think it's leaving your role hat at the door and being prepared to build a relationship. And it builds on relationships. So Koolbardies has successfully been able to initiate a number of things and be advocates in a number of areas. But that's because there's a relationship of trust that's built up within the group. It's also very open, people come and go, but I think its defining principles are respect and trust. And so if you can use that model, that model can be used in any community if you're prepared to abide by those principles.
I think that, for anything to be ongoing, we need to be supportive of one another, we need to be accepting of one another, and we also need to be the acknowledgement about our upbringing, our lives, our backgrounds.
Just to be able to sit there for a couple of hours and get that one-on-one support from a group of really inspiring women, it's fantastic.
I would say that it's a genuine opportunity to engage with a group that's making a difference.
Very meaningful to come together as a group. It's very powerful when a group of women get together and a change happens.
And I just feel it was a voice. It was a voice for our local Noongar people.
And that, I think, is what Koolbardie brings, is community connections.
Well, I think that's how it should be. That's sharing culture, and that is what I love about Koolbardies Talking. I like learning about other cultures when I'm there, and I also love sharing my culture there.
And I just love all sorts of women, that want to be there and that want to come, and just don't be afraid. Come in and just sit with us.